trouble. So for some reason, you know, it's not that I grew up like being really in a religious family home. A lot of my family members are involved in the church.
Okay.
But I was I don't know, I had a bad experience when I was younger, and so I kind of just, you know, went away from that direction. But I always felt that there's been like some kind of angels or some higher being or something that's just always got my back, you know. And every time that I could have gone really, really, really wrong, and I can't really discuss that like in detail, but there's been many, many times in my life that I could have crossed into that. And once you do that, there's almost no way of coming back, you know? And yeah, it's like, for some reason, I just had this luck, and I just kept going towards music, even though that's not what I wanted. I was, you know, my whole thing was to become a hustler. You know, my whole thing was like, yo, I could make money off this. Like I could get girls off this. You know, and then I started thinking like, you know what? Wow, you know, I'm really blessed sometimes. I have, you know, beautiful people around me, loyal friends. You know, just people who have my back. But when I really think about it, in certain times when there is nobody around, it's like, how did I get so lucky to get into this next level?
Sure.
And thus, I started obviously getting more into the music scene, and I wanted to be at one point the best DJ around. You know, I was the only like Asian kid spinning like hip hop at that age, and it was like, you know, there was a lot of racism, there was a lot of like hatred, and you know, even it was both sides. It wasn't, you know, I wasn't justified or righteous. I was power to the people. You know, I was the same thing. I was like, yo, you don't like me, I don't like you. That was like the attitude I had. But you know, it's like when you're living in that survival of the fittest game, you don't really tend to be philosophical or think too deep sometimes, and you just kind of have to go with the flow. You know, but like I said, the music thing just kept on happening. I started getting gigs at big clubs. I started DJing at
You mean this is during your Drunken Tiger
no,
times
this is
or after?
This is before. This is actually
this
before.
is before.
Right.
Okay.
So what happened was I started DJing, and my name started getting a lot more out because one, I was Asian kid who was spinning hip hop in a very predominantly black culture at that time, and then I started DJing bigger clubs. I started DJing in different cities. I started DJing in colleges. So I thought DJ was my thing. But I always felt that I just wasn't good enough. You know, like I had my thing. You know, there's some rumors out there that I was like the #1 DJ or something like that. It's funny how rumors start to fly, and I get flattered, but you know, I'll be the first one to say there's tons and tons of DJs that are better than I am. You know what I mean?
You're a very humble man.
No. I'm just being real. You know how it is, sister, right? But yeah, so I kept on going, and I thought that I was going to have a career in DJing and producing, you know, even though I didn't know how to play any instruments or anything like that. And then just out of chance and timing and the experience that I learned from DJing and the environment that I grew up on, it just started matching the pieces together.
Okay.
And that's how I met my old partner.
I see.
And, you know, we were just saw eye to eye. We were like yin and yang at that time. It was just like, you know, everything fit. Timing was right. We had the attitude where, you know, where it was give it all. And if it doesn't work
You mean
out,
at the time, Tiger Decay?
Right. That's when we first started Drunken Tiger. So yeah, Drunken Tiger didn't actually start out as an overground group. It was, you know, it started out in the underground scene. At that time, there was so many of that kind of style artists. So we didn't really know what to expect. You know, we didn't expect to, you know, be on TV. We didn't expect this. We just said, you know what? Let's go with what we believe in. You know, let's go with the music that we love, and let's give it our best shot.
All right.
You know, and if it doesn't work, at least in our hearts, at least in my heart, I know that I gave it my all. You know what I mean? And it's really simple to say it like that, but that was like the main pushing power of the reason why we did all of the stuff. But yet at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, I was selfish. You know, I was being like, I was thinking to myself like, you know, do I have to act like this one way to become a bigger star? Do I have to follow the trend to be an elite level person or this or that. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to do that. But yet at the same time, this wasn't my playground. You know, this wasn't my turf. This was something that I was totally new to.
Sure.
So, you know, that's like, sometimes the way I'm trying to explain is like, it's like you against the whole army, you know what I mean? And sometimes, no matter how strong you are, you can't win sometimes like that. But I was being selfish, and I was being, you know, I wanted that shine, I wanted that, you know, I wanted that recognition. And so you have to think like, okay, yeah, believe in what you believe in. Excuse me, believe in what you believe in, but yet at the same time, you can't go in blinded.
Yeah.
You can't go in with an attitude like, yo, yeah, I'm the best, recognize, and expect to be the best. No. If you have to start teaching, you have to start explaining. You know, the reason why I try to be as humble as I can is because I wasn't humble when I was growing up.
I see.
You know, and it's like, oh, you know what? I don't want to be that person. You know what I'm saying? If they don't understand me, I can't fight. Well, I don't want to fight hate with hate. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, let me try to explain. Let me try to see if I can shine some light. You know, because there's things that I'm learning every day as I grow up, and I'm still learning it every day. You know, and I'll be the first one to admit to people if I don't know. You know, I really don't know. You know, does that make me look dumb? Fine, think that, you know, what you want. But it's a proven fact that I'm learning something new every day from different people. Whether they're doctors, gangsters, or whatever, you know what I mean? You learn something.
To learn.
Absolutely. So, and that's how basically the foundation of Drunken Tiger formed. You know, it was like we did what we did, and you know we believed in what we believed in, but there was no way it just happened by chance. There's no way it happened because we were the best singers in the world or best rappers, and you know, none of that. It just happened because of things that came along the way, good luck, timing, blessing, maybe skills, maybe this, maybe, you know what I'm saying? That's why it happened, you know? And you know, that whole time, it was one of the best experiences of my life. But yet at the same time, I also learned a lot of things that I don't like in life.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
In that time.
Yeah, in that
whole
time.
Drunken Tiger
Yeah. Because I mean, I did 5 albums with Drunken Tiger. We did, you know, we've done, I don't know how many shows, a lot of concerts, a lot of this. You know what I'm saying? You live a lifestyle.
Yeah.
But you know what? Too bad. I chose that lifestyle.
Sure.
So I can't be like, oh, I don't want to do this because it's too hard. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you made a decision.
Yeah.
You have to accept what your responsibilities are in that profession.
Sure.
And so, you know, did I like all of it? No. Did I like some of it? Yes. You know, so I started learning. I started feeling things. I started going through things, and yeah, it's just.